Hello and welcome to the birthday gift. This is a past life reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In this reading, I'm going to touch on potential events that could have occurred in past lives that are still affecting you now. We'll also touch on karmic debt that you're still needing to pay off. And most importantly, how your soulmate has come in to assist you to help you clear those debts. So the main focus is the role that your past life connection is playing to help you clear out karmic debt from past lives, okay? So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm using the Buckland Romani Tarot. So wands are staves in this deck. Coins or pinnacles are wheels. And the swords are knives. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see what past life message they have for Virgo. We have a few cards that fell here. We have the Hierophant, the Six of Knives, Judgment, and the Page of Wands. Okay, you're dealing with someone who you wanted commitment with in a past life, but it never happened. This person left you heartbroken in a past life. Now, I can tell you that in this lifetime, you're supposed to be able to see the role that they're playing and understand it at a bigger level. That's going to help you pay off the karmic debt. So you may be dealing with someone who either is not making the commitment that you want. They may be in another relationship. And you may feel very, very heartbroken. And it may be hard for you to move on. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups here. So this just lets me know that you're carrying a lot of emotion from a previous lifetime. You brought a lot. You're very heavy. So a lot of the emotions that you are going through or that you experience, they come from another lifetime. They have not been cleared out yet. The thing about this, though, is that the potential to close this out is great because you can go through that renewal and close this cycle. The world is here. So a lot of you have either already closed out this cycle or you're very close. You're dealing with someone who probably don't understand things at the higher spiritual level. And some of them are still making decisions that actually is detrimental to their soul's growth. Your role is to help them also see things at a higher level. Some of you, if this person is no longer in a relationship, their energy is still affected by a relationship of the past, and it does not allow them to move forward So you're dealing with someone who's already moved on from something, but they still feel pain from it. Like this is like moving on, but the knives are still stuck. So you're dealing with someone with a lot of baggage that they have not been able to release yet. They're still not at that spiritual maturity to get it. You, on the other hand, you're either close to closing out this cycle or you're getting the bigger picture. I see the sun starting to shine. And after 20 comes 21. So after judgment comes the world. And the world is successful completion. So a lot of you, even though you carried a lot of emotion in to this lifetime, you're about to complete it. Okay, because the Nine of Cups also shows wish fulfillment. So here's what you need to be careful not to take on this person's karmic debt. They're still dealing with their own. There's things that they cannot release. So they may end up still carrying this into a next lifetime. You want to be careful. If you're completing the cycle, you want to make sure you stay on the right track. Your role is to help them complete the cycle, though. All right, I'm going to pull a few messages before I pull the last 4 cards. I'm using my deck actually here. These are the soul to soul healing messages. So if you are currently in separation with this person, or you don't know where you stand with the person or how they feel, I'm going to pull some messages on what they would like to tell you. Okay. So this one fell out first. It says, every time you think of me, it's because I'm thinking of you first. So a lot of you may think a lot about this person. Just know that the two of you are mirroring each other. Let's see if there's any other message. It says, speaking of our experience in a negative way will manifest someone to take you through the same lessons you experienced with me. So many of you have some resentment you need to release. If you're not able to release the resentment, or if you're still holding on to pain, it shows that you haven't gotten the lesson. You won't be able to complete this cycle if you still look at their role in your life in a negative way. Because they're coming in to help you, and you came in to help them. And this cycle is nearing completion. Let me see if there's another message before I move on. Is there another message? Okay, so let me go ahead and move on. Okay, I'll pull more messages as we continue. Okay, we have Page of Swords here. There's definitely a strong connection between the two of you, where each of you continue to think about each other. This is this here. Both of you have each other on your minds, and you may even be watching each other from afar. There's still things that are left unsaid here. There are things that your person wants to tell you they haven't been able to tell you. Wow. Again, same message. They're still carrying a lot. They're carrying a lot of burdens, and for many of them, it's by choice. They're choosing to do this. We have the Ten of Staves here. So some of you may be trying to convince this person that what they're going through is to help them, and trying to help them see things in a different light. so that they can be renewed and go through their rebirth and put down all these heavy emotions that they're carrying. But it seems like they're in their mind, they don't really think it's a heavy burden. They're carrying it, but they believe it's light, not realizing how heavy it is. This is someone who hasn't really seen the bigger picture of what's going on yet. So the biggest fight that you're dealing with, and the reason it's so hard to let go, is because this is someone who you've always wanted a commitment with, stemming from previous lifetimes, but the commitment never happened. So you're still fighting for it. The potential to make it happen this lifetime is strong, but it seems like you're dealing with someone who's still choosing to carry something that needs to be put down. Yeah. They may play the victim role a lot. They may feel like everyone's out to get them, like they have a target on their back. Here we have the Seven of Swords. But that's deceptive thinking. You're dealing with someone who really has to change their perspective. They may be blaming others for what's happening. So this is someone who has never really they've never really been taught, or they never taught themselves to see the role that they're playing in whatever is occurring. They seem to blame others for what's happening, not seeing that the way that they've shown up is why things are occurring the way that they are. So they're not seeing the bigger picture. Your role is to help them see that. Your role is to show them. Once they can see the bigger picture, I see the two of you actually moving forward and completing the cycle. And not only that, I see your wishes coming true. Let me see if there's any other messages here. Is there any other messages? Okay, so a lot of you are dealing with someone that there may have been repetitious cycles of heartbreak, because it says, I experienced deep pain every time I had to step it up a notch with the lessons I were to take you through. So this lets me know that there's this cycle of hurt with this person. That happens to help you. That happens to help you step away and stand up for yourself. And that's why I feel like you're close to closing this out. Some of you may have to start stepping it up a notch with how you interact with them, because that's how they start getting their lesson. The same role they are for you is what you are for them. So there has to be triggers that makes the person want to change, want to see things in a different light. Otherwise, you continue this lesson into a next lifetime. Everyone has to get the lesson to move forward in order for ascension to happen. Okay, because The World is the Ascension card. And the role is to ascend. Let's see what the last card is. Okay. We have the Three of Staves. So, you all are dealing with promises that were made but never happened. You're dealing with having that wish, having the want, knowing that it can happen, things can come together, that you can close things out, make things happen, make your dreams come true, but waiting and waiting, and it never coming into fruition. So a lot of you are dealing with unkept promises from this person. They may give you trust issues here. For some of you, this person has already moved on from a previous relationship. Others, this person is still stuck in a situation that's causing them a lot of pain. I'm going to pull another message. Please give me a message. Okay, so a lot of you have someone who's working on themselves. They want you to know that they're ready for you and waiting for you to be ready. It says, I'm ready for you and waiting for you to be ready for me. So the roles can be reversed. So everything that I'm saying, it could be you and them. They may be the one that's completing the cycle. And you still have things you need to see. I'm going to clarify the Hierophant. Please tell me more about the Hierophant. Some of you were like a mason, worked in masonry in a past life. Okay. They are trying to communicate with you. We have the Eight of Wands. They're trying to send you messages. There are things they want you to know. Virgo. It's like the two of you may need to communicate better as well. Your communication may not be where it should be to help the two of you get through this lesson. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Knives. So what's affecting this connection is another energy. Someone has control over how you think and how you see things. Their energy over you keeps you blinded. So this is either you or your person is going through this. So you could be dealing with someone who still has other energies around them that is making them not see the bigger picture of what's going on. And they may not even be aware that they're under this person's control. They're living in an illusion where they may think that they're in control, but they have an outside energy that's keeping them blinded from not seeing the bigger picture. Your role is to help them see the bigger picture so that you guys can close this cycle. As long as they are reluctant, because I am getting the energy of someone who doesn't see it for what it is. They're thinking that they're a victim and that they're a target, and there are systems and things in place that is out to get them and attack them, but that's not the right way to see this. So there are better times ahead. There are better times ahead. However, unless each person can see their role or can see the bigger picture, this lesson does not move forward, because the person has to willingly put this burden down. Some of you are ready, and the person is not ready. So some of you, this is your message to them. And they're not ready yet, even though you have completed your lessons. Okay? So this is the overall energies. You may be dealing with someone who cannot see the bigger picture because they're still being influenced by outside energies. I'm going to pull one last message here. It says, our work together is complete. However, it's in the reverse. So this is incomplete, guys. If you're not able to complete it this lifetime, it's gonna drag on into a next lifetime. So we have unfinished business, incomplete work here. There's still more work to do, basically. So I'm going to leave it there, and I am doing an extended, and in the extended, I'm going to see exactly what's happening now in the current connection and what advice they have for you with what's currently going on within your connection. Okay? All right, so I hope this was helpful, and I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Good. I see the two of you moving forward together. I see it happening. I see both of you holding the world in your hands together, which means this signifies that the successful completion can happen this lifetime. Because the world did come out in the general spread. I see the two of you holding the world together and making the decision to move forward.